at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State government tax agencies parastatals on teamwork, self-sustenance. Senate Chief Whip condemns electricity tariff hike. On the foreign scene, authorities issue flood warnings as major dams spill in Sydney. And in sports, Bayer Leverkusen moves closer to Bundesliga glory after victory in Berlin. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. Lagos State government has taxed agencies, parastatals and government-owned companies to find creative ways to be self-sustaining while adding to the quest of the present administration to make Lagos a 21st century economy. The state government has also emphasized the need for synergy of efforts among agencies and parastatals for the successful implementation of the Things Plus agenda of the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Permanent Secretary, Parastatal Monitoring Office, Adetutu Oshosoya, gave us charge at a one-day workshop held for agencies, parastatals, and sundry government offices. Harping on the theme, the power of synergy, the Permanent Secretary said the crucial role in driving progress and achieving collective goals is by leveraging harmony to overcome challenges, noting that it is important to harness synergy among agencies and parastatals of government while strengthening internal teamwork for re-engineering of systems for development. Lagos State Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mobolaji Ogulende, and the General Manager of the Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, have underscored the importance of inclusivity at a two-day intellectual disability conference organized by Pure Souls Learning Foundation. Ogulede reiterated the Lagos State government's Themes Plus agenda, emphasizing the commission of inclusiveness, leaving no one behind regardless of gender, status, or disability. He said the event is aimed to empower families and communities in supporting individuals with disabilities, particularly autism, in Nigeria. Earlier, the General Manager of the Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, emphasized the agency's commitment to prioritizing persons with disabilities and fostering a more inclusive society. Oyetunde Lawal highlighted the need for collaboration among stakeholders to address challenges and promote positive change in the disability space. The National Association of Polytechnic Students has announced plans to host a leadership program on sustainable development and environmental stewardship. The program aims to empower young Nigerians with the knowledge and skills necessary to tackle the pressing issues of climate change and environmental degradation. The NAP's Vice President, Ahmed Ojewole, said the program will focus on promoting environmental conservation, renewable energy, and sustainable economic growth in Nigeria. Ojewole explained that the program is geared towards providing polytechnic students with the knowledge and skills needed to tackle climate change, promote environmental conservation, and advance sustainable economic growth. The NAP's Vice President also expressed the organization's excitement and commitment towards hosting the program. Now to the rest of the stories. Senate Chief Whip Ali Ndume has condemned the hike in electricity tariff. The lawmaker, who represents Borno South in the upper legislative chamber, described the timing as wrong, maintaining that Nigerians were yet to recover from the removal of fuel subsidy. The federal government, through the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, approved a 300% tariff increase for Band A customers, allowing power distribution companies to raise electricity prices for city dwellers from 68 naira to 225 per kilowatt per hour, with effect from April 1, 2024. Ndume in a statement condemned the move and called on the federal government to reconsider its position in the interest of Nigerians. The former Senate leader said the federal government should focus on providing stable electricity first to Nigerians, reduce the inflation, stabilize the naira, reduce food prices, and provide other basic amenities to Nigerians before increasing the tariff. The Senate has postponed the resumption of plenary sessions originally slated for Tuesday, April 16 to Tuesday, April 23, 2024. This development was conveyed to the lawmakers by the clerk to the Senate, Chinedu Akuweze, in an internal correspondence. According to Akuweze, the adjustment became necessary to accommodate the completion of renovations on the main chambers of both the Senate and the House of Representatives to ensure their readiness for plenary sessions. Now to foreign news. Thousands of people have been forced to evacuate Sydney outskirts as heavy rain pummeled parts of the city for 24 hours. The rain also caused the city's main supply of water, the Warragamba Dam, to spill 2 days earlier than expected. Reports say the dam started spilling on Saturday morning and has been pumping the equivalent of 80,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools downstream every single hour since. The State Emergency Service says more than 150 people were rescued from floods, while people living downstream of the dam have been warned to expect more floods. Local Mayor Mark Greenhill says food drops might have to be organized for residents who were isolated. Flood warnings have been issued in Queensland states too, with residents advised to avoid unnecessary travel. Now sports. Bayer Leverkusen moved to within touching distance of a first Bundesliga title by beating 10-man Union Berlin. Florian Wirtz's penalty gave Xabi Alonso's side a ninth successive win to stretch the lead over Bayern Munich to 16 points with 6 games remaining. Leverkusen can end the long wait to be crowned German champions by winning at home to weather Bremen next weekend. Leverkusen remains on course for a remarkable treble, having reached the German Cup final in midweek by thrashing Fortuna Düsseldorf 4-0. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, please do not drive beyond the specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, Traffic Radio 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a forum for women across the 57 local governments and local council development areas in the state with a view to enhancing their productivity and economic growth? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has tasked agencies, parastatals and government-owned companies to find creative ways to be self-sustaining while adding to the quest of the present administration to make Lagos a 21st century economy. Senate Chief Whip Ali Ndume has condemned the hike in electricity tariff. We also told you that thousands of people have been forced to evacuate Sydney outskirts as heavy rain pummeled parts of the city for 24 hours. And in sport, Bayer Leverkusen moved within touching distance of a first Bundesliga title by beating 10-man Union Berlin. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashere. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.